Hello everyone, this is Miss Gabby. Welcome to Family Storytime here on Facebook. Today we are going to be reading Because by Mo Willems and Amber Wren. And let's look at the cover here for a second. Does anybody know what the little girl is holding in her hands? That is a conductor's baton. A conductor's baton is what a conductor uses to conduct orchestras or symphonies. So it looks like she's going to conduct a symphony full of musicians. Wow, let's get started. Because a man named Ludwig wrote beautiful music, a man named Franz was inspired to create his own. So Franz was inspired to create his own music because he heard Ludwig's beautiful music. He loved it so much that he thought, wow, I need to write my own music. Because many years later, people wanted to hear Franz's beautiful music, they formed an orchestra. And because a man had practiced since he was a kid, he was asked to join. Wow, so he's going to be in the orchestra. And what is that instrument that he's playing right there under his chin? That's kind of a funny place to put it. It looks like he's playing a violin. Wow. Because a woman studied night and day, she too was asked to play. Because many others loved and practiced their instruments, there were enough musicians. Wow, so all of these different people play different instruments. It looks like she's playing some sort of drum. And it looks like she's playing an oboe, maybe an oboe. And this person is playing a cello. And this person here is playing a French horn. And wow, she's playing a flute. Wow, so many different people playing so many different musical instruments. And because they're all playing together, they form a orchestra. Because someone created a poster about Franz's music, tickets were sold. So people heard about the symphony orchestra so that they could buy tickets and go to the orchestra. And because the train conductor stopped the train at the ground concert hall, the orchestra conductor arrived. Because the orchestra librarian had copies of the score, the orchestra rehearsed. They practiced their instruments. Everybody got a copy so they could each practice. Because workers checked the lights, the seats, and swept the floors, the grand hall was ready. Wow, look at all those chairs ready for people to come and see the orchestra. And because the time had come, the ushers opened up the door. Because someone's uncle caught a cold, someone's aunt had an extra ticket for someone special. Wow, that lucky person is going to get to see the orchestra. Because the usher helped the aunt and her special guest, they found their seats. And because everyone was there to hear beautiful music, it was quiet. They're all waiting for the orchestra to begin. Wow, and here's the orchestra. Everybody is dressed in black and in pretty dresses and nice suits, and they all have their instruments ready to play. Wow, their music is like an explosion of sound. Look at those colors. In row C, seat 14, sat the girl with the uncle's ticket. She heard the beautiful music written by the man named Franz, and it changed her. The girl had changed. Wow, it looks like hearing the orchestra made the girl want to make her own beautiful music. She's even floating. From that moment on, the girl learned everything she could about music because it fed her. Wow, look at that. She's conducting her own little mini orchestra with all of her toys. She even has a little baton. Soon she started to write music too. Wow, look at that. She's writing music. She's playing the piano. She's practicing music when she's older. She's growing up with music. And because, like Franz, the young woman had something to share, she wants to share her music with other people the way Franz did. Over time, the woman became very good because she worked very hard. One night, her music was discovered because she was also very lucky. Then she was invited to perform music at the Grand Concert Hall because so many people wanted to hear it. Her composition was dedicated to the uncle in row C, seat 14, because it was his ticket that brought her here. And that night, someone else was changed. That is how it happens. Wow, look at that. Somebody was inspired by her music. And look, they're floating too, just like she did. They want to make beautiful music just like her. Well, that's the end of our story. Make sure to look down at the comment section where I've published some questions and activities related to the book. Bye, until next time.